Shout out to our sponsor, Blue Apron.
For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes with ingredients and step-by-step instructions that make cooking easy.
Which is good for some of us. Yep. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping when you visit blueapron.com/theknow.
Free food!
Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm John Reisinger.
You're tired of hearing about Pokemon Go arrest, developers
Yep.
suing everybody,
Yep.
No Man's Sky continuing its descent into gaming infamy.
Yep.
Well, here's a shot of positivity for you. Console mods are officially back on the menu for PlayStation 4.
All right, console peasants rejoice. It looks like Sony and Bethesda have kissed and made up, announcing that both Fallout 4 and Skyrim Special Edition will be getting mod support on Sony's platform.
But there's a pretty big but in that
I love
announcement. One that might not be very appealing to some of the community's biggest modders.
So much for bringing you guys something positive.
Well, it's like positive.
You got
but.
those 5 seconds. Fuck off, okay?
Just a little bit of happiness now for the Ben.
Yeah, real. The big console mods are back announcement was made over at Bethesda's blog, where the company said they've been working very hard with Sony to make this dream come true.
Isn't that the same place where they announced that Sony was basically the worst people ever that didn't let them do mods properly? Well, today, which is a different and new and exciting day, Bethesda wrote, "We're excited to finally get modding to our PlayStation fans who have supported us for so long. Modding has been an important part of our games for over 10 years, and we hope to do even more in the coming year for all our players, regardless of platform."
The good news doesn't stop there. In addition to sealing the deal on console mods, they also revealed they'll be supporting the PlayStation 4 Pro with both Fallout 4 and the upcoming next-gen remaster of Skyrim.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, Bethesda's like a good boyfriend. They're so supportive.
I like good boyfriends.
Or a good pair of underwear.
Yeah.
That brings the list of old games getting backward compatibility to PS4 Pro updates to like 9 now. So thanks, Bethesda.
Yay.
You're really bringing it up.
And a slight twist, Bethesda also announced that mods will actually be hitting Skyrim before they hit Fallout 4. They'll arrive when the game launches on October 28th. That's just a bit surprising considering Bethesda's been hard at work on bringing support to Fallout 4 for the better part of the year.
Yeah, but whatever, Skyrim came first, so it gets mod support first.
Dibs.
That's just the way of things. And here's where the news starts to take a little bit of a turn to the left, though. Not only is Skyrim mod support coming first, but Fallout 4 isn't even getting a date at all in the new update. That might be enough to make fans a little bit nervous because we've sort of been through that whole song and dance with Fallout 4 mods on PlayStation before.
Yeah, there's also another bombshell in there, buried in between all the hoopla and mutual back-patting between Sony and Bethesda. As it turns out, the extent of mods you can actually create for PlayStation 4 are going to be, let's say, limited, because you'll only be able to make—
that's the way to say it,
yeah, you'll only be able to make mods with in-game assets, with no external assets allowed at all.
So we're saying like no nude mods, no My
no
Little
Iron Man
Pony
armor
mods, no Macho Man Randy Savage as Dragon mods. Yeah, sure, makes sense. Take the fun part out of modding.
Cool.
According to Bethesda, quote, "You will not be able to upload external assets with your PlayStation 4 mods, but you will be able to use any assets that come with the game, as most mods do."
Congratulations, you finally got the mods you've been waiting for, but you can't do shit with them.
Good to know. In case you hadn't guessed, not being able to use any external assets with mods is severely limiting for what you can achieve. That would mean no new sound files, no new images for, say, higher resolution textures for PS4 Pro, and maybe most importantly, no custom scripting.
As you can imagine, there's already a bit of a mixed reaction to the news. Some are saying, hey, at least we're even getting mods, while some are saying, yeah, but what's the point?
Yeah, this sort of strange decision probably gets to the heart of Sony and Bethesda's disagreements over mods in general. Last month, when Bethesda suddenly announced mods were not coming to PlayStation at all, they specifically cited Sony's stance on mods as the problem, writing, "Sony has informed us they will not approve user mods the way they should work, where users can do anything they want for either Fallout 4 or Skyrim Special Edition."
This disappointing news came after months of delays for console mod support, with Bethesda hinting at a few of the technical problems they were running into with Sony's platform. For one, audio files were causing some headaches because PS4 uses a proprietary audio format, meaning there'd have to be some sort of conversion process for anyone trying to add new sounds to their mod.
Before that, Todd Howard also hinted that they were dealing with licensing issues regarding the PS4 because giving modders full control to do whatever they wanted essentially made them developers in Sony's eyes.
It's interesting. So it seems that Sony clearly had restrictions in place for the PS4 that Microsoft hadn't had at all for Xbox One, as gamers have created mods willy-nilly for that console.
Yeah, willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly. We're just really bringing back that statement right now. Everyone's willy-nilly. They've got everything from busty vault dwellers to the explorer's outfit, which is basically a Nathan Drake skin. That, ironically, people wouldn't be possible. It probably wouldn't be possible on PS4 thanks to the no external assets rules.
Whatever the beef was between Sony and Bethesda, the compromise seems to be that modders get full control over what they put on the platform, except the scope of full control has been narrowed to whatever assets are currently in the game. So it's hard to tell if that's a win-win or a lose-lose. On the one hand, you're getting mods. On the other hand, not the fun ones.
Yeah, it's like getting a car, but you get like half a tank of gas. Now, to be fair, there are still a few tools that aspiring modders will have in their kits. They'll be able to futz with enemy spawns, enemy strength, different balance tweaks to armor and weapons, adjustments.
Boy.
Yeah, just slow down there. Adjustments to perks and starting values, etc. Should also make the hugely popular unofficial patch mod possible, which addresses a number of issues that haven't been resolved yet by Bethesda.
And hey, maybe you can make your own bugs and glitches to join all of Bethesda's.
Go crazy!
As for what's not possible, well, that's pretty much everything else out there.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest loss for PlayStation 4 gamers hoping for cool mods will be the lack of meaningful quest mods, as just about any of those would require custom scripts and custom assets of some kind.
Yeah.
Voice work, all of that sort of stuff.
However, some modders have already weighed in on the decision, saying they're actually looking forward to the challenge of operating within these limitations. Plus, other modders have argued that at the very least, it's a step in the right direction that could hopefully lead to more steps from Sony in the future.
As bad as this might look to some who are excited about seeing mods on PS4 and now get, well, I mean, mod-ishes, the people who want that experience are probably already on PC. And for many, just getting some simple tweaks to Fallout 4 might be enough to keep them happy.
On the flip side, the implementation of mods on Xbox One have proven enormously successful. After an admittedly rocky start, this could be enough to have people with both consoles choosing the Xbox versions for mod-supported games in the long term.
That's true. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on how the mods develop for each console and whether some really standout experiences emerge on one platform versus the other. And honestly, if the PlayStation community even cares that they don't have access to the same level of mods, the modders are pretty cool in that they're looking forward to the challenge. They're going to try and create the coolest stuff they can for that platform.
Yeah.
I like it.
We'll see. What do you guys think of Sony and Bethesda patching up the differences and uniting to bring mods with some major caveats? Back to PlayStation 4, let us know in the comments.
And for future updates on console mods, remember to like this video and subscribe to The Know. Thanks to Blue Apron for sponsoring this update.
Blue Apron helps you become a wunderkind in the kitchen. They offer new recipes for you to try every week with no weekly commitment, so you get deliveries when you want them.
And every meal comes with step-by-step recipe cards and all the highest quality ingredients you need to make your meal in 40 minutes or less.
You can check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping when you visit blueapron.com/theknow.
It's free food, why wouldn't you?